when you get into probability, you know, we have to like add probabilities and times them together. This is how I start introducing this slightly more advanced way of doing probability. I start with a table. I often use two dice. I think it's quite a nice example because a lot of people are used to rolling dice. So what does this table mean? Well, for example, this box here represents the chance that the first dice rolls a 1 and the second one rolls a 4. This box here, that's the chance that the first dice rolls a 5 and then the second one rolls a 2. And what's the total number of possibilities? We could count the number of boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blah blah blah. You end up at 36. And you could also just think of it as 6 times 6. Oh, well, you see, that's why, you know, when you multiply probabilities together and you're like multiplying the top numbers and the bottom numbers, that's why it works. And I always say that it's just sheer chance, we're just lucky that fractions happen to be really useful for probabilities because of the way that you can multiply the top and the bottom numbers together at the same time. Anyway, let's just look at a few example questions. What's the probability of a double 4? Well, that box is a double 4, so it's 1 out of 36, which you might have done by doing 1 over 6 times 1 over 6 makes 1 over 36. But that's not always going to work, especially if we're using a table, because we might be doing quite odd situations, so it may not work later. What's the probability of a 4 then a 2? So that would be a 4 on the first one and a 2 on the second one. Aha, that's 1 out of 36. Let's look at the next one. What's the probability of a 4 and a 2 in any order? So that will be okay, a 4 on the first one and a 2 on the second one, or a 2 on the first one and 4 on the next one. Now I would say that's like saying, well, there's a 1 in 36 chance of that, and there's a 1 in 36 chance of that, so you add those two together and that makes 2 out of 36. Last question. Okay. Just recapping something I said earlier, you are probably going to learn multiply the probabilities to find out the chance that both will happen. And this table, this explanation here, that's the fundamental reason that it works. And I often show my students this and they often find it very useful. So hopefully this has helped you.